All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Banter30 podcast. I'm your host, Jimmy Momoy. What are you laughing?
From the top. From the top. Try that again.
Mark, your job is way too tough, bro. I'm sorry. This shit is way too tough.
ain't that easy, huh? Ain't that easy, is it?
How do you do it? So like,
Go ahead.
So,
Ain't that easy, is it?
No, you just gotta get past the first minute.
All right, you do it so effortlessly. Like it's like your introduction is kind of hard. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Banter30 podcast. I am your host, Jimmy Mome, and my two co-hosts, Mark Lyon and V2 Kanje. Today, we'll be dwelling ourselves into the transfer market and discuss all the latest transfer rumors. For this week are Mbappe to Real Madrid, Dembele to Barca, Coutinho to Barca, Naby Keita to Liverpool, Sergio Roberto to Chelsea, Ross Barkley to transfer requests, Renato Sanchez to Chelsea, and Neymar potential departures from Barcelona. Since Neymar is the biggest transfer target in this transfer window, we will be discussing his potential departure and the possibility of FC Barcelona having enough money to bring in both Coutinho and Verratti. Alright, so we're going to begin with the transfer rumors. So what do you guys think about all the transfer rumors for this week? Anything that pop out for you guys? The big wow moment.
Mark, I'll let you go with that first. Because I just got breaking news. I got breaking news. It's terrible news, God.
Let's start with breaking news. How about that?
Okay, cool. Liverpool this afternoon have contacted Leicester City about Riyad Mahrez.
No way. That just happened?
That
just happened.
Terrible.
Yeah.
He would start on your team tomorrow. So I don't know what you mean by terrible.
Are you serious?
Of course. It's not even.
Get out of here. No, he would not.
He's easily starting on your team tomorrow. Him and Mane on each side.
Over who?
Over whoever else is playing opposite of Mane.
Not Salah. Not Salah, not Mane.
Wait a minute. Are you saying not Mohamed Salah? The same Mohamed Salah that got chased out of the EPL?
Well, here's the thing.
The same Salah that had to come back.
What do you mean he's trash at Chelsea?
Guys,
Hey, wait, first of all, KDB was trash at Chelsea.
No, KDB didn't play at Chelsea.
Yeah. Let's
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Liverpool actually can make all of them play in the same system. Sadio Mane can play beyond the striker, innit?
Yeah, I mean they've had them play up top at certain points too as well. So I mean,
but we play a 4-3-3 though. We play a 4-3-3.
With Coutinho leaving, so. I mean that opens up a spot.
Two center.
Mahrez is actually one of Arsenal's targets, so you know how that goes. As soon as if it's between us and Liverpool, I think we know who's winning that. So let's just you guys can just hope that we'll get Thomas Lemar.
Well, we all know Mahrez is quality. You know, it's just the team wasn't doing well last season.
I don't understand how V2.
He's one of the.
I agree.
He's
one
really
of the best
talented.
wingers in the Premier League. He's one of the best wide players in the Premier League. He won PFA Player of the Year a year ago. Like I don't understand how you guys how V2 seems to think he's trash or something.
He's not trash at all. He just have a bad year. You know, everybody Hazard had a bad year.
No,
and even you wouldn't say Hazard shit.
Exactly. Good point. And what do you consider a bad year, considering the fact that the team in total had a bad year?
Yeah, exactly.
He still was the top scorer for them in Champions League and got them to a Champions League quarterfinal. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like,
just to end this whole discussion, he's not
okay. That's fair enough. That's fair. That's fair because you guys just got new signings. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
So,
but I think he makes them better. I think even if it's not what you need, he makes them better. At the end of the day, he adds goals to them. He makes them a better player. I mean, he makes them a better team. Not to say Liverpool's a bad team; they're definitely a decent team. All jokes aside, but he makes them better for sure.
Well, the transfer rumor for this week is the one that popped out to me the most is Real Madrid. You know, going after Mbappe. Obviously, we can see that coming after the sale of Morata. I think we have enough money to pay for whatever. You know, Monaco is asking for. Is anything, guys? Any transfer rumors you guys think?
Every other week, it's another thing. You know, they put another bid. So Monaco should be ready to sell now. If it's what was it, 140 or 100?
150, yeah.
150, yeah. So I mean, at this point, how much more do you want Real to bid before you guys finally break? Monaco is just trying to stand firm because they're in no position to sell.
Still sell, exactly.
But at the end of the day, who's going to say no to $140 million for a 19-year-old? You know what I mean?
That's true.
He's not going to stay. I mean, Monaco has to understand he's not going to stay.
Yeah.
So if he's not going to stay, even if it's not, even like let's say, like for the rest of his career, he's not going to stay.
Yeah.
So even if he stays this summer, it can only go down from here. If he has,
if he has like an average year, hurt, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if he just has an average year at 19, that 140 million can turn into 80.
Yeah. So, Viti, what do you have to say about this?
No, okay. I totally agree with that, though. Yeah, I think Mark's right. He has a point. Because his value is, right now he's a hot commodity. But so, it'd be better if they actually offloaded him, especially with this deal, like 180 for something that's like, what is it, 100? It's actually 160 million. Yeah, 180. Yes.
Completely shattered.
So wait, 160 million pounds. Yeah, is actually 180 euros. My bad. Sorry about that. But
it's hard to imagine a player like that is double the price of Pogba. Only a year ago.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's partly due to age, but then you have to accept the deal. That's why I kind of agree.
Exactly. So another transfer rumor that popped out to me, I guess, is Renato Sanchez to Chelsea. He has been riding the bench for Bayern Munich for a while now, and then all of a sudden we hearing rumors about Renato Sanchez trying to go to, Chelsea, or Chelsea's trying to get him. What do you guys think about that?
Well, for what I saw right now, it's obviously an inquiry because it's so new, but from what I read, it looks like it would be a deal that's similar to James in terms of like a 2-year loan deal with option to buy at $35 million. They obviously want to recoup or add value to what they paid for him originally buying.
Yeah,
which was a year ago.
Yeah.
So he's only been there for 1 year. So I think that's good business. Now, Chelsea, I feel like Arsenal is definitely in the need for him, but Chelsea, just picking up Bakayoko and still having Conte, I just don't see where he fits into the team right away.
Okay.
Maybe he just...
Yeah, me too.
Maybe, I think it's a depth thing too. I mean, especially if Matic's going the other way. If Matic's staying...
Exactly.
Then, I don't really see if he's staying. I don't see why. Or maybe they put him on loan for a year. I don't know.
V2, do you have anything to say about this?
Yeah, because, the 2-year loan, I think it's probably just for depth reasons.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I feel like it's going to bring something like a new dimension to Chelsea.
Yeah, because, Mark was right, but I was going to touch on that a little bit, Jimmy. But then I think Mark was right. A lot of teams could also use him much more. I think Arsenal need him. Liverpool need him now that the Keita deal is dead.
But doesn't Chelsea also need him?
Yeah, Sanchez
Since Matic is going to be going out, I think, Chelsea will be needing him a lot. Because, Bakayoko, and we talked about this. I feel like Bakayoko and Conte are way too similar to have both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Sanchez,
but then what about Sanchez?
More technical.
More technical, and he's more like a ball carrier more than
way better eye for goal.
Yeah,
way better eye for goal than both of those guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, what do you think Chelsea are ever going to do? Are they ever going to use 3 of them in the midfield? Because that was my next point on this whole thing.
I don't think. What is it? What's Conte? I don't think he's really big on the 4-3-3. Is he?
Yeah, true. He'll stay with that.
Yeah, I don't think he's a good. I don't think Conte is a good holding midfielder by himself. I've also saw an interesting tweet from a Chelsea fan, and they said Conte is actually pretty bad against quality teams, which is what's interesting.
Really?
And a lot of Chelsea fans agreed with that. Yeah, they said Conte up against the quality opposition is just not as good as he is against any other team, and that kind of does make sense because against Tottenham he wasn't doing anything. Against United he wasn't doing anything. So maybe Sanchez comes in there and then can add a little bit of
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that. Chelsea were in the start of the year they had struggled, but then they picked it up by December. They picked it up and they beat some quality opponents during their run. So I don't really know if I agree with that per se. Teams couldn't score on them, especially once they picked it up is what I mean. Obviously Arsenal put 3 past them earlier on in the league, and then in the second half of the season we struggled because they picked it up. So
yeah, that is true.
I don't know.
Me, my main concern is the similarity between the central midfielder, and having Renato Sanchez is actually gonna give them something different. I don't know if Cesc Fabregas is gonna play a big major role in the upcoming season. So having and plus Renato Sanchez is really young too. So if they're able to get him and then hold on, if they're able to get him and hold on to him, I think it's a loan, right? It's a loan deal.
But then even what about?
Yeah.
But what about Chelsea's youth players? Because that's a big criticism of Chelsea. So again, like people like Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
I think he stays.
And then Nathaniel Chaluba.
I think he stays. I think he stays. Or puts him on loan. They have over 30 people. They have like a loan farm. So Chelsea has a lot of players. A lot of guys they put on loan.
But then they never develop anybody.
They don't need to.
Another thing is Sergio Roberto to Chelsea. So he reminds me a lot of Cleverley. Cleverley back in the day under Sir Alex Ferguson. Just keeping it simple. He doesn't really do anything extraordinary, to be fair. So I don't know.
Yeah, I was just saying. I was gonna add. I think personally, in my opinion, I think he adds some versatility, man. Because he can play right back. Chelsea don't play with the right back, but they play with the wing back. And I think we hit on that with the Chelsea podcast, where we said, I said I think they'll need cover for Victor Moses. But is Sergio Roberto good enough to start with Victor Moses? I don't think so. Again, if he was to come and play in the midfield for Chelsea, he adds a different dynamic. He's not like Kante and Bakayoko, and if they get Sanchez, but he's more like would you agree that he's like a technical guy who's going to bring a little bit of that Spanish kind of like football, simple, simplistic, moving the ball just efficiently?
But there's nothing really he's going to add. He can even play as a wing, because I remember him playing as a wing when the Trash is 4-0. But he can play multiple position.
But he's a good
player to have on the team.
He's a good team player
because he can play multiple position in central midfield. So, what do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I agree. I think he's. Anybody coming out of Barca should have a technical ability. Their standards should be held a lot higher than most people. So, he'll definitely give you that. I just don't know if I believe Chelsea going out for another defender. They have Marcos Alonso that plays on the left. They have I think Azpilicueta is still there, right?
Yeah,
he could play on the left or right. Unless he's gonna.
I think Azpilicueta.
He'll play left center back. Right center backer. But as a wing back, who was playing behind Victor Moses at the time?
I don't think they have a backup for him.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know. They signed.
I think it was Azpilicueta sometimes.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Azpilicueta. I don't know, man.
But then Azpilicueta had multiple positions. You see, as a starting center back, and then if they moved Azpilicueta to right wing back, that'd bring Zuma, and now Zuma's been on loan.
They're actually pretty thin, though. They're actually, and then the problem with Chelsea, they're really thin on the bench, to be honest. So bringing Renato Sanchez and Sergio Roberto, if they can bring both of them, that's a good thing for them. There's more competition.
Yeah, that's true.
It is, because I think Mark, you hit on it earlier. How could you in the other podcast, how could you improve that starting 11? You can't. You just might as well improve the depth.
It's important, especially if one they're going to be in the Champions League. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is all for the transfer rumors for this week, and we will be moving on to the Neymar saga. Have you guys seen the video that happened to be all over the internet today? The biggest fights.
Before McGregor and
yes, sir.
And Mayweather.
Have you guys have you seen it, Mark?
Yeah, man, I saw it. Yeah, if someone's trying to convince me like that fight is what sent Neymar over the edge, and now he's on a plane to Paris, come on, stop it.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on. You know what I mean? If the deal happens to go through, he made that decision long before that.
All right,
that's fair enough.
So,
but I was gonna hit on it just before we can do the little fight thing. I was just gonna say, do you guys think that would happen if Carlos?
I don't think that would ever happen.
That's going down.
But it's.
I don't think that's going down. But I think we can move on from here if you don't have anything to say.
The fight, and it's against a new new teammate. That's somebody that just got there. I don't know how they can. Is it like a big dog versus little dog thing, or is it like what's going on? I just don't understand how they can fight with somebody that just literally got there. How can they have a beef all of us? And it seems like a lot of.
Come on, it's one of Jimmy. We played on the same team. You've been that kind of player. Like, I mean, it's one of those things that just happens in like a club scenario. You know, it's probably like a rough tackle, and then some heads get split, and somebody who's already established being Neymar.
The problem seems like all the fans, and it seems like he's not a really level-headed type of person, especially Neymar. Neymar. It's a lot of the fans believe he bring a lot of trouble to the locker room. He's not level-headed. There's like there was a live football match in which he was arguing with Alba. He was cursing him out. It happens in the past season, and it seems like those things been happening a lot during training sessions.
You can say this. You can say the same thing about Ronaldo, but at the same time, I don't think the fans are in the locker room 24/7. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. So
yes, Neymar out, Coutinho and Verratti in. That's the rumor so far. So what do you guys think it means to Barcelona in terms of competitiveness?
Yeah, if I were to comment on it, obviously they're definitely, when you lose a player like Neymar, who's arguably a top 5 player in the world, arguably the best player in the world, not named Messi, Ronaldo, and Suarez probably, or some will say better. Neymar is going to be the world's superstar. Just off the fact, not even on a pure football basis. Just he's the world superstar. So, anybody that loses him, I don't care what team you are, is going to be a problem. Now, Verratti and Coutinho, are they going to fill the shoes? I don't. They'll do different things. I think it will ultimately help the team out. Verratti will definitely slide into that role, kind of what Xavi had. I feel like his role of kind of being the pendulum and tempo and passing ability. I think he could definitely be a young Xavi. And Barca's only gonna sharpen his skills even more. I watched him yesterday actually with PSG versus Juve in the ICC. Watching him live, man, his first touch and the movements is it's incredible. So I think Barca's only going to make him better. Now for Coutinho, I think it's the same thing. I think going to Barcelona, those players that already are exceptional technically, is going to be even more amazing getting there. So I think they'll definitely be on the right track, man. I think they're definitely on the right track, making that deal. Everybody kind of wins in that situation. PSG gets Neymar, and Barca gets 2 good players.
Yeah, with me,
and money.
Yeah, but with me, I disagree partially with that. Because I feel like, first of all...
really? Yeah. You would disagree with your best player?
No. Partially what you just said in the whole entire thing. You said everybody's a win-win scenario. I don't think it is, because Barcelona is going to end up still going to be the biggest loser. Because if you look at it, Neymar, dude, we all know he's going to be a Ballon d'Or winner. And I feel like, eventually. But I feel like, he's the guy that's going to step into that shadow when Messi eventually kind of like, deteriorates, his game is over. But it also in the long run, I feel like
it also helps because
in the long run, I feel like Barcelona is gonna miss out on that. Now, I agree. Where I agree with you is, of course, if Verratti and Coutinho come in, it's gonna be great. But at the same time, there's gonna be a huge void in that front three. Now, being a Liverpool fan, Felipe Coutinho could play out left, but at the same time, I think there's talk of them getting Dembele.
Yeah. That's another thing we need. Yeah.
And then
Dembele is a player.
Thing, yeah. And then
we're all not talking about the fact that Barca's going to be $220 million.
Mark, you're forgetting that if they're going to get Verratti, they're not going to get $225 million and Coutinho. So the money they're going to use,
but they're still going to get. I mean, even if Verratti gets added to the deal. I'm saying it's still how much. Like
Verratti's over 100 million players.
It's still going to be over $100 million.
Yeah, that good. So he's over 100 million players.
He's not. They're not going to sell. Nice, but they didn't quote. They didn't quote him for 100. They didn't quote him for that. Maybe it'll be 70. It'll probably be like 70.
I'll partially agree with that. I don't think it's going to be 100. I actually saw this to figure how they split it. They said it was going to be 160 plus Verratti. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So that's 60 million.
I wouldn't say Verratti is a $100 million player because first of all, the reason why I'm saying this, the reason Yeah, the reason why I'm saying is because, the deep lying players just don't tend to generate that much money. But go ahead.
Pogba went for 120 million. And Verratti is better than Pogba.
But Pogba's a goal scoring. He's a goal scoring guy.
He's a flair.
How much goals? How much goals?
No, he's not. And Pogba's a flair player.
Are you serious? Paul Pogba's not a goal scorer?
No. I agree. I agree, V2. Yeah, he is. He's a flair player. I was saying no, he's not to Jimmy when he said Verratti's better than Pogba. I don't feel he's better than Pogba at all. They're different players. They're different players. It's hard to compare, but they're not better. They're not. Verratti could not go to Juventus and carry that. Not carry them, but be the vital. Yeah. They're different players.
Here's the question, Mark.
Different players. But put it this way. If Pogba goes to PSG right now, they contend for Champions League right now.
Seriously contend for Champions League.
They can put seriously contend for Champions League right now. With Di Maria, with Cavani right now.
Yeah,
like what V2 was harping on, the money is going to help. Obviously, 160 million and 60 million from taken away from that 220. You're still getting 160 million, and then if you buy Coutinho, who's quoted at 80, I think, you're still making, a good amount of money. You're still making 70. You're still making basically 80 million off of the transfer. So now you got Coutinho, Verratti, and 80 million, which you can probably go spend on them.
Actually, Liverpool put 100 million on Coutinho. Go ahead, Jimmy. Sorry.
I think if Neymar goes out, which is going to be a big loss, but if they are able to get Coutinho and Verratti, they're going to be better. I actually do believe they're going to be better. Why? Because they don't need another goal scorer up there. Coutinho is going to score goals. We know Coutinho can score goals. We have Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez can score 50 goals.
He can score goals at that rate, though?
Right? And he can give 25 assists.
He can.
Something like 25 assists. And then you have Messi. Okay, we all know about Messi. Messi can score like 60 goals or whatever and give you 30 assists. Coutinho can.
I kind of see where I kind of see.
Yeah, but the whole
Mark, let me finish.
But I think
Coutinho, if he's playing with better players, his production, whatever, is gonna go up, right? He's gonna probably score like 20 to 25 goals.
Yeah,
that's not out of the question, is it? In all competition, yes.
In all competitions,
and then he's gonna get
in all competitions.
Whoa, yeah, really, Coutinho.
One second.
Whoa, damn.
I don't know about 25, but I think he scores.
No.
Scores 20.
Let me finish. Jimmy, you finish your point, and then I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and get with a rebuttal. You go ahead.
From Liverpool to Barcelona, it's a different team. Here's the point. Here's my point. He's gonna be playing with better player. He's gonna have more possession. The off the ball movement. And everything is going to be better. He's going to have more opportunity to score goals than with Liverpool. So he's a good player. Coutinho is a really good player.
Okay.
So with that said,
okay.
And then I'll move on to Verratti. They need another player. They don't have a player like Verratti. Mark, you hit on this. You said Verratti. If they get Verratti, they're going to get that new Xavi, a controlling midfielder. That's something Barcelona are in need. If they get Coutinho and Barcelona, I have no doubt they can actually win the Champions League. They will not be like, there's not a lot of team that can really carve them open. No. Not only Coutinho alone. Coutinho and Verratti. Not a lot of team is going to be able to carve them open like they used to. Like last season, we in the first leg of Juventus, we see how easily they were able to carve Barcelona open. We saw that against PSG even the first leg. How easily they were able to carve because they don't have a controlling midfielder. It's
okay.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was gonna agree with you. I mean, like, for the most part, but I don't think Coutinho is gonna score 25 goals, but I feel like he will chip in a way that but listen, in a way I just don't think he is. But I think I get what you're saying though. Taking Neymar, a big player out of that front three, it's gonna put more of the goal scoring responsibility on Suarez and Messi. I get what you're saying, right? That's what you're saying. But I don't feel like Coutinho is gonna come in and also, he will score goals, but I feel like his job will be more like assisting those two.
But
you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think Neymar. I don't think he's going to reach Neymar's tally.
Yeah,
Neymar's scoring 30 plus.
He won't reach that. But I feel like
I just don't think he's going to.
But I feel like he's assisting numbers.
I think the onus is going to be. I think the onus is definitely going to be more on Suarez, which is going to be a problem because Messi as he gets older is going to drop deeper into the midfield, as we know. He's still going to score 50 goals probably next year. But, I mean, in terms of the next couple years, they're still going to need another dynamic striker. They're still going to need another maybe a Dembele, somebody can play wide and score goals. I don't think Coutinho and Verratti is the direct replacement for what Neymar's production is. I think Verratti is going to help the team tactically. It will, like Jimmy said. I'm not even going to go through the whole thing because Jimmy, you made a great point, and we both made it about Verratti and what he does for that midfield. But can we just talk about? I mean, we're talking about Barca, guys. What about PSG?
We're going to get to them, but the thing is, I want to go
a
back
million times better.
Is the fact? Remember when back in the day we used to have Messi, Villa, and Pedro. They won 2 Champions League together. They won countless La Liga trophies. But the thing is, they have never got the new Xavi, right? We have Villa and Pedro up there. You don't need Messi. If you get Coutinho and you get Verratti, you don't need Messi to drop in the midfield anymore and be like somebody who can help control the play. You don't need him to do that because you already got Verratti.
But I think,
and you get Coutinho, who's a better player than Pedro is up there. And he's actually he's a good dribbler. Coutinho is a very good dribbler. He can dribble, he can assist, and he give them another dynamic. Here's a new dynamic.
Yeah, I agree.
He can actually shoot from outside the box. Something Barcelona doesn't do enough. He can rip the ball.
Okay, yeah. With that being said, do you think?
Do
you think Barcelona is going to revert back to that possession football?
Yes, definitely.
Or are they going to continue to play like they did against Man United?
Here's the thing, though.
It's only preseason.
Here's the thing.
On the break.
The first year, I think that was the first year, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they just. I mean, they're always going to hold possession.
Counter-attack. They won the Champions League, and then the people go, and then it seems like everybody was mad that they were not playing possession football. The second year, what was it? Was the second year or third year? They went back to possession football, and then they were not as great. You see Messi dropping into the midfield. I think it's because they Rakitic out of the picture, pushing him to the wing. Messi's back in midfield. If they get Verratti, they never need to do that. They don't. Messi can stay up there.
Well, but Jimmy, with that being said, though, I think Messi's going to have to because, I mean, even with this new midfield, Iniesta's on the last year of his contract, and he's already come out and said that there is a possibility he could just leave and go somewhere else. So let's say playing devil's advocate, let's say they don't re-sign him. What happens now? So now your midfield of Verratti and Busquets. You need a flair player in that midfield. Do you drop Coutinho there, or you let Messi?
You drop Coutinho.
So
still good.
I think the formation can change.
Okay, so hold on. So if that happens, though, even if that happens, you still need another flair player up top. So you're going to have to eventually buy someone else.
Upcoming
you know what I'm saying? You're eventually going to have to go get Dembele or but for the upcoming season, it will be very good. Yeah. It will be very interesting to see how they play.
Yeah, PSG.
But I think you should go over to PSG and look at that team. I think Neymar goes to France and they win the league by double digits.
Like Ibrahimovic, with Ibrahimovic.
I think
they won the league by 30 points.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, probably. Especially considering Monaco's probably going to sell all their players and Nice. Probably you don't know how good Nice is.
There's nothing to say on the league. I don't think in Ligue 1 there's nothing to say on that. They'll win it.
No, I know.
The question is whether they'll win Champions League, and I feel they will.
I was getting there. Yeah, that's what I was getting there. And but that's if they win Champions League, I think it's dependent upon Di Maria and his relationship, though. I think that's the biggest thing because Cavani's going to score goals. I think Cavani's. I mean, at the end of the day, he's always going to score goals. That's what he does. But Di Maria and Neymar, how are they going to share the ball in that sense? How does that work?
I don't because people were saying the same thing about when Coutinho first got his call up to Brazil. I don't think people could really rate Neymar as a leader because I feel like he could go to that PSG team and just make it his own team. In the same vein that Ibrahimovic had set his authority on that team. I feel like Neymar could 100% do that.
I agree. That's why he went, though. That's why he wants to go.
With or without Di Maria. And it's funny because I think they also mentioned a possible trade of Di Maria instead of Verratti for Neymar. But go ahead.
Mark, what do you have to say?
Brazil is probably my international team, and I would definitely say Neymar is definitely the leader of that team, 100%. 100%. Probably since
Brazil,
since
not Jamaica,
2014. Yeah, yeah, Jamaica too, obviously. But
repping that USA jersey.
I'm sure you follow another international team. This is Dutch jersey. Actually.
Oh, we know you were wearing the USA jersey. Don't lie.
So yeah, I mean, I like USA too. I respect them. I follow them. I have friends on the team, you know. But anyways, so like what I was saying is, Neymar could definitely be the leader. But remember when Coutinho got to Brazil, he had to play out of position a couple times. So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Di Maria may have to go somewhere on the opposite wing, maybe play on the right side. He's not going to float as much as he did because like Di Maria floated around. I mean,
he doesn't need to switch his
saw
position.
him yesterday. And I don't think he needs to switch his position. I mean his role. As I say, his role is probably gonna change because I think he's gonna be more. I think it's gonna be closer to what he did at Real Madrid in terms of the runs he made off of the ball. You know what I'm saying? I think Di Maria is gonna be more because at PSG, if you watched him play at PSG this year, he did a lot, probably majority of the creating. He did all the creating. If you look at the final passes, the shots from outside the box, it was basically him and Cavani running things over there in terms of goal scoring and stuff like that. So I think when Neymar gets there, he's going to see the ball a little bit less, but he's going to be doing a lot more runs off of the ball. I think it's going to be a lot more him finishing. I think his goals will go up. I think his assists may go down, but I think like his production will probably be going on the rise because he's going to get a lot more chances to score with Neymar being there. So I think the role itself will probably
disagree with one thing. The fact that Neymar will not be seeing the ball as much. Neymar
no, I said Di Maria.
Oh, no,
I said no.
He meant
Di Maria. I said Di Maria is not going to be seeing the ball as much. That's what I said. Di Maria.
Okay, Di Maria is going to be playing with
that's what I said.
Dani Alves on the other side, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think that'll be Julian Draxler. Unless Draxler's going to go into center midfield like he did
I think
the Confederation
Cup. Yeah, but here's the thing.
I think they'll go inside and out. I think they'll play inside and out.
It's both players. Both players can play there.
Draxler has played in the midfield though for them. He's featured in there before.
Why don't they put Di Maria in midfield?
Okay, could be.
Because I feel like he's a better player if he plays better in midfield and he actually plays on the wing.
But it won't be Draxler. It won't be Draxler and Di Maria in the midfield.
Yeah, of course. But if I have to choose between Draxler and Di Maria, I would pick Di Maria to be in midfield.
Yeah, because haven't they done this before at times when it's like Lucas Moura is playing and then what do you call that? Draxler's on the opposite wing, is Di Maria in the midfield or something like when Javier
sometimes he'll play. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes Di Maria would go play the 10, or Draxler would play the 10. I don't see them
play that roaming.
Yeah,
that would roaming
like how he did at Real Madrid. It could definitely work. Yeah. He could definitely play like kind of like a box to box. But I don't know if they're gonna put him there. I don't know because Draxler's been doing really well playing the 10, and Di Maria is playing really well out wide. So I mean, I don't know. Who knows? They have a lot of options though. I mean, you have to say that they're definitely favorites. They're definitely Champions League favorites. I think Neymar goes there. They're definitely back to Champions League favorites. One of the favorites. Yeah, one of the favorites for sure. They have to be. If
Neymar goes there,
I
think 100%.
Okay, they're one of the favorites for sure.
I wouldn't put them as the favorites.
Oh yeah, and I don't say the whole. No. I'm not saying the whole favorite. Okay. No. I'm not saying that the best chance of winning. I'm saying they have a very big chance.
But wait, why not? Why wouldn't they be?
I think it's still Real Madrid. I think if Mbappe gets there,
think about this, V2. No. If Neymar go to PSG, they lose Verratti. In this scenario, they lose Verratti, and then they get Coutinho. Barcelona is still a better team.
No.
Yeah, it's true in that scenario. But take into consideration. Okay, but wait.
I can't say that.
Wait, pause. Like, let me just make my point. Take into consideration the fact that Ligue 1 is going to be a cakewalk for them. The Coupe de France is a cakewalk.
It doesn't matter.
The only thing that they really have to focus
it's Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Remember. But listen. But listen. At the same time, this is the same PSG team that had Barca on the ropes last year in Champions League, and They came back and won. Yes, I'm not going to say they didn't. But who's going to say? I think we all argued that it wasn't that Barca won that game. It was PSG losing that game. PSG was way more dominant. No, I'm just saying. Just humor me. PSG was way more dominant in that first leg than Barca was in the second leg. It wasn't that Barca was dominant. Remember, Cavani even scored the second leg. It's just PSG completely fell apart.
Why is that?
Questionable calls with the PK with Suarez. I mean, I'm just saying the way PSG is now, with Neymar compared to where they were last year, we can argue that they're miles better. I don't think Barca is miles better losing Neymar and grabbing Coutinho and Verratti. Okay, I think they're marginally they get better in certain areas, but then they drop off in certain areas. So what I'm saying is, you look at a PSG team that clearly was the better team of the two in those scenarios, in my opinion, or played better of the two. Picking up Neymar makes them a whole different team. You can imagine. So I think PSG becomes that favorite, and Barca still has issues with their back line. Still has issues. They definitely still have issues with their back line. That's how I feel. I mean, I don't know how Theo Hernandez is going to be their wing back, but I said they still have issues with their back line because they don't have a partner for Umtiti, in my opinion. And I think was a huge issue with them this year. Was their back line was completely letting them down. In Champions League at least. And I think Barca doesn't look like they benefit as much as PSG does in this scenario in Champions League for next year, unless Coutinho comes out and really shows that he's ready for that level. And I think he is, obviously, but I just don't think it's going to be on Neymar's level. I don't see him scoring 30 plus goals in all competitions next year.
Coutinho?
I think Neymar goes for 50. I don't think Coutinho scores 30 plus goals next year. I think it will come. I just don't think it will be next year. I think Neymar is definitely scoring 50 goals plus next year. I feel like this is going to be
another, like, I want to compare the situation to, like, the old Real Madrid when Ronaldo came to us. You know, we have a really good team, but we didn't really have a team. Everything was on Ronaldo, but we couldn't win anything. You know? I feel like if Neymar go to PSG, they're going to have a really good team, but all the things will fall on Neymar. He will score a lot of goals, but I don't think their team is cohesive enough to win the Champions League. They might make to the quarterfinal or even the semifinal. And as for Barcelona, if they get Verratti, they are going to be scary.